Hello, everybody. This is Frankie Day for Frankie Day Models. I have for you for this wonderful, beautiful, sunny, 46-degree Ohio land weather. Final reveal for the Lightship L112, LV112. The final reveal. I started this thing about a year ago. I just finished this thing up. I'm knocking out now. I had the Maryland end right after this was done, and I got some other couple other builds that got coming your way too. I'll have them all done in no time. Okay, I spent pretty much a day yesterday cleaning out my 10 by 12 foot storage unit I have next door to me, and so I'm building a workshop out there. So I'm gonna start taking a lot of this stuff out of here. It's going out there, and I don't know where this house business is going on. I just hope the good Lord in heaven this guy's not pulling my leg. He's like a pretty good Christian man. He's down to earth, and maybe he ran into some problems. I don't want to pressure the guy, but I'm about that much just to go over there and just to inquire and find out what's shaking, what's going on. Because I don't want to be left in limbo. I don't want to lose all I got until I get a house. But with a little prayer and everything else, I'll get that place. So right now, concentrating on the models. Okay, I got the final reveal for the Lightship. I got some slides I've done on it, so you'll enjoy seeing those too. I've got them right over here next to me. Now, Bruce Kerr did one of these. He did a wonderful job on his. Got a lot of rigging on that thing. Rigging, a lot of intense rigging. It took me about 3 days to do all that rigging on that thing. Did some research on this thing. I didn't follow the kit's railing suggestions. I painted the ensign in front on the jack staff. I got the flag I painted on the fantail. I even got one on the outrigger too, right behind the belfry on the stern after light. Now, I've had such a wonderful time with this Lightship. I got about 4 or 5 of these in stock. I got the frying pan out there. I'll probably get on that one of these days. Right now, I said, what the hey, finish on your plate first before you get seconds. That's what my mother used to tell me. So right now, my appetite is getting hungry, and right now I'm finishing up on my plate before I get really hungry. So that hungry will come a little later on. But right now, I want to finish up on my plate here. 3 in a week ain't bad, boys. Three final reveals in a week is not bad. And this is a very, very old model. This model came out in 1956. The original company that made this was done by ITC. And the ITC Corporation incorporated a lot of plastic. They used to make a lot of Blake Blake stuff for plating and stuff. They make like making plates and also guitars like little slap steel, like Rickenbacker steel guitars, the Blake Fence guitars. That's of ITC, the Ideal Toycraft Company. I mean they made stuff like that during the World War II, and they changed it to it used to be Blake like. They got their ideas with plastic and everything. That's when they were one of the first companies that made injection uh, molded models, and of course Revedal and Monogram and Aurora and the rest followed as well. That's just a little short history right there. Alrighty, this kid here, I bought this many moons ago. Many moons ago. This is not the Lindbergh kit. The Lindbergh kit, all it is the reboxing and their name of this kit, the company who made this. This is a 1958 ITC, Ideal Toycraft Company. The model retailed at $3.98, $4. It was a lot of money. And it was actually made for guys my age or a little younger, or the or the nautical enthusiast who likes to be able to produce something that he's never done before, or a collector like us, modelers. I'm modelers model to build on. And this wasn't a difficult model to build. She is 18 inches long in a scale of 196 scale. She's 1/8 scale. In real life, she's exactly 135 feet long because these lightships, they weren't really that big. They were like a pimple on an ant's ass compared to a steamer or an ocean liner. And they are very, very easy navigation targets. Now, the ITC Toycraft Company merged with another plastic model company called Ringo. Ringo Plastics. Ringo, just like Ringo of the Beatles. And not quite the same adapter, but you guys get the picture. Anyway, they merged in with ITC and they produced this. They must have got a blueprint on this thing. This thing is pretty accurate. This thing is this is the Nantucket Lightship. This is the 1936. In 1934, her predecessor, the LV-117, was just like she is. Just exactly the duplicate of this, like a twin sister, because they're all the same, and they were built by the same shipbuilding company, Bath, Maine. Bath Shipbuilding Company in Maine, Bath, Maine. And they all had the same hulls and everything, and some of the superstructures a little different, a little bit, just give a little spice that everything didn't look like the same thing, but they're virtually were the same hulls and everything. Anyway, the L117 was stricken by the White Star Liner, the Olympic, and how she's moored right now, that ship just went, whoa. And these things were very, very, they had 43 watertight compartments and double hulls in these things here. They're actually virtually like a Titanic, you say, unsinkable. But she was, before all those watertight integrity compartments were set, she was stricken without notice. Can you imagine being in a sack, being in your rack, read a book before lights out, and wake up for the next watch or whatever you got to do? And next thing you know, you're waking up out of a hell of thunder and a crash. Next thing you go, all of a sudden, going seawater coming in like that. There's not much time there, fellas. It's like more or less a surprise and you're dead. But anyway, they did the right thing. They took care of the deceased families that were killed in the incident and the accident, and show no hard feelings. We'll buy you a new lightship. This one is this is the LV-112, and she still resides stay in Boston as a museum ship. Lightships were very, very great importance of our navigation shorelines. During World War II, most lightships were taken off station because of U-boat threats. That any lightships that were be able to function that they could use were more or less stationed in protected harbors. Well, you don't have to worry about having a U-boat attack. A lot of them were known as examinatory vehicles. What they did, they were more or less inspection ships. They went out, they're always cruising. Like a new ship comes in, they tell the ship to heave to, and they'll stop. They get a boarding party, and they'll check the ship and like that, and they'll direct them into the harbor, and they go out. And they were armed with 3-inch guns and anti-aircraft too. They mostly were used in the protective harbors. Then after the war, they were actually returned to the United States Coast Guard, as you see right here in front of you. The LV-112 is exactly the twin example of her predecessor, the LV-117. This is how she looked back in 1936 when she was at that time. She was a coal-fed, burning, functional lightship. She had steam. She could get underway. And after 1960, by 1960, 1961, she went through a complete change. They got rid of that big old tall funnel she had. They put a small one on there. They put a diesel engine in it. They got rid of that oil and that coal. They got rid of that. Lightships, powered lightships, had a great advantage over these. Now this is another one I'm going to be building. This is a South Goodman lightship in the scale of 1/144 scale. This is by Frog. Right here is a UPC kit. I bought this back in 1970. This is a very, very old kit by UPC. That's about the time when Frog fudged out. They sold their molds to UPC, which is Union Plastic Corporation. And that's going to be a nice build, get done with that. And she had a radical change. You gave her a smaller funnel, and they had update safety gear on there and everything. A lot of the lightship sailors were deaf because that foghorn. When you're out there on station out there, anywhere from 44, 50 to 100 miles, and anchored 200 feet of water. When you're out there in the clutches of the ocean, it's very dangerous out there. Sometimes they snap their moorings. When they snap their moorings, like I said, the advantage of a powered lightship, they always kept the boilers underway during its station. Then they knew when the weather was bad, they fired up another boiler to get it away for emergency sea and anchor detail in case something happens. If this thing happened to snap its chain like a hurricane type weather, she can keep her bow into the wind and still be able to drop the auxiliary anchor over the side and keep power into the wind and until the wind was inside and the hurricane would go away. These were a different deal. They got no screw. These were towed out by a tug to station. They snap a mooring chain on here. You have the clutches of the ocean, kids. And I kid you not. You're the mercy of the ocean. There's been cases of these things almost 1,000 miles off station because they follow the weather. They just follow the ambience of the current and the winds, and it's a exciting climate of volatile air masses mixing together, and they get lost. And there's been a lot of ones sinking, especially the South Goodwin Sands out there. And you got the car lightship out there off of Fastnet there in Ireland, Pascal through there. All lightships were redundant by taken off, were actually obsolete by 1984 and 85. They were slowly but surely being stricken off duty as to being obsolete as early as 1975. So most of them were exactly stricken from service in 1975, but the last lightships that they had that were exactly stricken from service was back in 1985. No need for them no more. Technology is available. They got these big old buoys out here, big old huge buoys, probably 40, 50, 60 feet in diameter. They got GPS systems in there, rendering these things obsolete. Duty on these things is it takes a special sailor to steam out or something like that. If you're used to being alone, and used to being by yourself all the time, and you don't like to be around people, and you like to be around something you feel comfortable at, and you can concentrate on things like the celerity of being alone, this is the job for you. Special sailors were used. Most of the sailors that were lightship sailors were whalesmen. These whalers were used to being at sea 2 or 3 years at a time. They loved them a bit. They weren't lonesome. They had the ocean. They had whales. They had each other. They had the ship. They had the routine. They didn't care as long as he had a bottle of rum, he got loaded on and everything. Hell, who needs every place you go is an island? So whales been made excellent lighthouse sailors, and you had sailors that would like the challenge of being away from society, away from everything. You're out there in the middle of the ocean out there. And believe you me, it's dangerous out there. Especially with these things that you have a lot of rocky shoals out there, sandbars and everything. That's the reason why they're there to direct seaway. Make sure you stay starboard of this. You don't go any further than that, you go in the shoals. You run aground, you're in big trouble. And she almost became LV-112 almost became victim of came close of being rammed also by the Andiadoria, because the Andiadoria, she was coming all the way from Athens or Italy, some part of Italy, Rome, I think, yeah, all the way to New York. And actually, they always say that Nantucket Lightship is the Statue of Liberty of America. Once you see the Statue of Liberty, can you imagine this? If you're a foreigner being on a steamer or a ship, you see a beautiful red little tubby little lightship out there bouncing up down the water. You see that Nantucket and says, "Man, we're America. We're here. We're home now." It's almost like a Statue of Liberty. They call it the Statue of Liberty of the Sea. Okay, enough history of that. Let's take a look at the slides and we'll get back to Frankie Day and we'll finish up the video. Okay, excuse me, this Lightship. You got to steam it way more over here. Drop the oar wheel to the side, station the special sea and anchor detail, and raise up the anchor ball. Hoist up all colors. There you go. That's what's doing right now. Okay, let's heave to port. Let's take a look at the stills and get right back to Frankie Day. There you go. Hope you guys enjoyed those pictures right there. Okay, right now I got a couple other bills going down right now. I've got this one like I showed you a while ago. There's a little history towards the Lightship. This is a nice kit. It has such nice detail to it. It has rivets on it and everything. It gives it a lot of detail. This is a Lightship. Now I got a little light bulb I'm gonna put in there. It's the side. I'll throw it the side anyway. I'm gonna put it there on top of this beacon. It's gonna start flashing like this. My brother's made a little board I can put in this thing. I'm gonna also drill up those windows. Windows is pretty well. This portholes are pretty well recessed in. Now this thing here has been around for a long time. This kit has. Now Arc Models makes it now. Revedal makes it now. But this is a UPC kit. Originally, this used to be a frog kit. I had a frog kit. This is actually my third one of the Goodman's Lightship. The frog kit, first one I got was all gray plastic. It was frog. And this is my second one. Not my third, my second one. And so I bought the UPC kit and I bought the frog. My brother Gary, he liked the frog kit. I gave it to him. He goes, "But you got two. What do you want two for?" So, well, you know how I am. In case something gets busted, something happens. If I get into a mood, I always grab it out of the stash and build another one. But that's okay. You always get another one, so I gave it to him. I kept that one. Okay, got that shaking. Now I've got this going. This ain't no stranger to nobody. This is that fishing boat. Limburg has this is the Limburg kit. This is the Limburg label kit. This actually is another very, very old ITC Ringo kit also. This is the Gulf Star. The name of this tug is going to be. It could be Carol Ann by Limburg. It could be the Japanese fishing boat. It could be the Gulf Star. But this is going to be the Gulf Star. And I already got the hull, a little putty around the hull right there. And the mix, I got that going too. So I'll be working on that, give everything a good prime job. Prime it up and everything. This thing's been in such this fishing boat, the tuna clipper, has been around for a long time. It's a beautiful boat. This style of hull, actually, the Army Corps of Engineers designed these things as minesweepers. Exactly, that's right. Like the USS Condor. They designed these things as minesweepers. Then then they became obsolete. They didn't use them anymore. Then regular companies bought them and they use them as tuna clippers, and they're good tuna boats. I had one of these for Christmas. My who was it? Wasn't my dad? Wasn't my mom? Or somebody else? Yeah, my sister. She went down to Spouts and Ritz, which was a five and dime store that had models, and she got me one of these for Christmas. It was a Japanese fishing boat. Same kit, same everything, just a different name. All it is. It was just a different name. And I remember that it was all white and it had a blue waterline. So that explains why you guys get the internet. You see these things with a blue waterline. That means whoever had that kit before has probably got the old Pyro kit, Japanese fishing boat. Or it could be the Carol Ann nowadays, Wellenberg. This was going to be the Gulf Star, which originally was made to be. I got that on the ways. So I'm gonna be priming them up tonight. Do some sanding, get that primer sanded on it, and get that thing sanded and primed on, get painted up. And I got my Wander whale ship over there, so I'll be turning to in that. I got the box, everything, because I worked all day long yesterday inside that shed out there, getting that place cleaned up so like we would have a nice workshop out there, so I could be able to build big, 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 and have more room. Okay, I'm out of here. Next video is going to probably be the final reveal on the Maryland M, or probably highly likely might be the update on these right here. You like that? And boy, I tell you one thing, my I got goddamn arthritis. Boy, it kicked in on me. I went down there to the VA and said, man, my elbows killed me like heck. You can see how big it is right there. Oh yeah. I feel like Popeye the Sailor. Look at that. Would you guys look at that? It's like Popeye the Sailor. Oh yeah, it hurt real bad, man. I thought it was so then I go ahead and said they said, you know, we gave you 800 milligrams of ibuprofen. Goddamn things are like horse pills. Jesus Christ, you get that thing down your gullet, you fucking choke out before you doggone do anything. But anyway, it's going down like a turd in the rain. But I tell you one thing, it's you can still feel a little fever in there. Those Arthur brothers are terrible. I don't care if they attack my elbows or anything else in my body, just as long as you don't mess with my fingers, man. These are very essential to me, especially guys like us fellas. We need these really bad. Without that, it'd be like going to a one-legged ass-kicking contest. You ain't gonna win. Can't do nothing. Yeah, enough of the little craziness right there. Anyway, that's it for the night. Anyway, so I got a video coming up, so stay posted with that. I'd like to thank all my new subscribers and the viewers out there who just tuned in, looked around. Thank you very much, guys. I appreciate it. I appreciate all my new subscribers, all you wonderful people out there. All my subscribers are very, very grateful and very grateful to have such a wonderful host of friends, which turned into my kind of family members to me, and makes me feel happy. Keeps me energized. Yeah, I can build more models. Okay, this is Frankie Dave from Frankie Dave Models signing off. Make mama happy. Take care of the little ones. Stay focused when you drive. Spend wisely. Get yourself a kit. It's cold outside. And prepare for the holidays. Like I say, spend wisely. And please be careful out there and be aware of your surroundings, guys. Because you got a lot of dishonest people out there. They're like vultures on a rail fence, ready to jump on your bones and take what they can get and go. So be careful. And keep your wits about yourself and watch your step. This is Frankie Dave from Frankie Dave Models signing off. We'll catch you on the next video. Bye, boys. Take care. God bless you all.